we've had a little bit of a fiasco here. This is the dog crate that the wounded goose was in, and she's doing much better. She improves every day. But as you can see or hear, oh, he's knocked that down. That male is being very protective, and Mama is being very protective. Let me put the flash on. There we go. So I've got the food and water over there. I had that tote cover pried between that divider there. I use that as a divider. I actually have a piece of plywood that slides in there because each one of these cubbies, if you will, was a brooder at one time, a brooder pen. So we're still hatching. She has kicked out 2 eggs that were no good. So she's got some geese under her, baby geese, and they're nestled right up to the male there. And then there's a female goose that is kind of being like a surrogate, trying to help out, and she has been accepted. So I put this crate here because I've got ducks that are also sitting on nests in here, and that male goose right there was not allowing that duck in to go to her nest, and I'm not going to reach down there and pick that up, but they can move around. They can get around this crate here, so they can come and go as they please. So very protective, very good, very good. He's being a good daddy, and she's being a good mama, and she is being a good surrogate. So we'll see. This is another day of hatching. We'll see how many hatch, but they are really cute. And I've got another water container. I'm going to try to get him out of the coop here for just a moment so I can replace that water. See, there's one of the eggs there that she rolled out, and there's another one here that she rolled out. So there we have it. They are cute. Maybe I can reach down and pick that divider up. We'll see. Is he gonna let me? Maybe not. Yeah. There's the other egg right there. He hasn't gotten me yet. I think he's all false charging, but he's letting me know that he means business, and I don't want to stay in here and rile him up. So I'm going to no, and I'm not going down there to reach for that egg. Now, it's been so wet that I haven't had a chance to go up to the sawdust pile and spread sawdust on the inside run. I had a bag of shavings that I opened and put this where I walk and the birds walk because it was slippery. Now, let me show you what I discovered today, right? I have been collecting the eggs in here, and then I've got another goose laying on some eggs. I don't know if they're goose eggs or if they're duck eggs. She was putting the eggs over here. Both ducks and geese were putting the eggs in this back corner. I found them, I was collecting them, and then all of a sudden they stopped laying there. So I checked over here, and right where she's sitting, didn't find anything. And when I went to go check the bedding here, I always like to keep hay in there, and she had made this beautiful, beautiful nest. It's got to be a foot high. Queen on her throne. So, there's that, right? I didn't need this many geese coming off, and I was not going to allow the Muscovies to hatch any out. They are getting very masterful at hiding their eggs. So, I've got to design my coop a little differently inside next year, because in order to reach in where they have the docks anyway, where they have their nest, I have to crawl on my hands and knees, and who wants to do that inside a coop, right? So it is still quite cool. I've had a fire going all day. I worked in my garden a little bit. I cut a pile of brush. I cut a few trees this morning for my stepdad, and I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him all day. He must have gone down through really early this morning, because I was up really early, unless I just missed him when I went to the bathroom. But I haven't seen him all day, but I cut a few trees for him and cut him up. He burns 15-inch wood, so I cut his up 15 inches long, put them in a pile. I don't know how he wants them split, so I was going to split them, but they're in a nice, neat little pile for when I do see him. Butterfly. This is one of my hats that I got, and I like your frayed edges on your hat. So what I did is I took the edge of the brim off. I took that little, I don't know what you call it, that little thing that makes it look nice and neat. I took that off the other day, actually, and frayed the edges, took the first stitch off on the very edge after that, and now I like this hat better. It doesn't look brand new. It doesn't look like, it just suits me a little bit better. Now, this does come, I've got my hair up in a clip, but this does come down on the head a little bit better. So I've been wearing this today. So I've been wearing this hat today to keep the mosquitoes and the black flies from crawling in my hair, folks. So some of you saw the community post that I put. I don't know. I just went on a community post frenzy, I guess, the last few days, or at least the last day. I posted one about the supposed weather we're going to get. In one, I took some pictures of the plants in my garden. I had to walk around Robin Hood's barn to get in my garden without getting mired in mud, folks. So in the garden I'm talking about is this one right here. This is the closest one to the house. And there's still a lot of water in that corner of the garden, but it did go down today a lot. But it's still very soft, and it's been so wet that I've got algae forming on my plant rows. It's not going to hurt it at all. It's just an indication that it is wet. We could sure use some warmer weather. We could sure use some drier weather. The sun would be awfully nice. My plants, for as long as they've been in the garden, in the soil, should be a whole lot better, a whole lot bigger than what they are now. But I'm not going to complain. The only thing that has rotted in my garden is the romaine lettuce. And the only reason I planted that is because The seeds were getting old, but they did come up. They did come up. It's just all this rain. It just rotted them, folks. It just saturated it. It drowned them. So there we go. It's quite cool, and I'm going to go in, stoke my fire, and I'm going to burn my fire all night long, and then I think I'm going to go to bed early tonight. But butterfly, there you go. Penny, there you go. I like it better this way. Thank you for the idea. Bye-bye.